memories really. One, we used to have one with my wife and I used to drive, which actually bought off my brother, and then the gearbox went, which wasn't very smart. And also professionally I used to drive one as a police car in Croydon when I was a young police constable, late 70s, early 80s. There was a small little dent in my portfolio of cars that I had, along with the other 3 cars here today.
It's a great little car. I've had 2 or 3 in my lifetime, and I'll always have a Ford Fiesta. They're great. Mind you, they don't do them no more, do they? They do Puma instead in place of it.
Yeah, I had a Cavalier, but I had a saloon type one. That's a Mark II as well on a C-Reg. So that'd be 85, I think. 84, 85. Yeah, very nice car. And then when later on I got the later Cavalier, and you notice the difference between it. It's like especially with the brakes and the performance.
Oh, that silver one that you had.
Yeah, you had off me.
When we drove up to Alton Towers that time, and you were following me. Because the car hadn't been driven on the motorway
for a while. Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of sparks coming up back. I think it was blowing the carbon out. Yeah. What it was, I used to have a new company car, and sometimes you'd buy the old one, and it was used as a second car for the wife. But I had one that it was on a C plate. It didn't go very far, didn't get used much. And then one day, you needed to borrow a car, and we all went to Alton Towers. Exactly that, blasting up the motorway. There was bits of muck coming out the exhaust. I think it went better after that for a few months. Yeah, no, good cars. I'm glad you're preserving one or two.
I'd always wanted a Beetle, and my father's friend was selling his. Anyway, we bought the Beetle, and I had it to go up and down to Durham to go to university. It did miles and miles and miles, off the road, round the country lanes, in and out of town, doing silly things at night time, like driving round the roundabouts the wrong way when you shouldn't at college and stuff. But it was just one of those cars that you have to drive it to really feel it. And it was just amazing. I mean, have my dog in the back, off we go, slept in the back of it, you know, a bit with my dog and everything else. Went round the farm with it, you know, checking the sheep and everything, brought calves back home in the back of it and all sorts of things. But we had so much fun all the time we had it. And it's just brings back the 70s when I had my car and all the mad things that you could get away with and do then. We had the greatest time ever, and my friends and I used to jump in there, go off and have a picnic, go down the beach, all sorts of things, and we had a great time, you know.
Yeah, I remember the Ford Fiesta. My dad had exactly the same colour car, burgundy coloured car. It was a D-Reg, D468 ETP. I used to drive it round. He let me drive it. Fantastic little car. Yeah, brings back a lot of good memories.